Welcome back, everybody, to the Westlake Hornets Teambuilder Dynasty here on NCAA Football 14. As today, our Hornets kick off Pac-12 play here in season number 10 as they're heading out to beautiful Berkeley, California to take on the 1-2 Cal Golden Bears. Westlake's last game was 2 weeks ago at MetLife Stadium against the defending champion Texas Longhorns, and Westlake, well, they essentially beat their kryptonite. Texas was last year's defending national champions, and Westlake usually struggles against defending national champions that they've played in recent seasons. Last year, their only loss was to Baylor, who won the national championship the prior season. The year before, Westlake's only loss was to Texas. They won the national championship the previous season. So does this mean Westlake can go to undefeated? I don't know. But their Pac-12 schedule is certainly not easy, and they're starting off with a very respectable team here in the Cal Golden Bears. They're 1-2. They're not great, but this is a very solid team, and I don't think this game will be a blowout. Also, Westlake has actually dropped in the rankings after their bye week last week. They dropped to number 2, with Alabama becoming the number 1 team after their blowout victory over the now number 13 ranked Georgia Bulldogs. Welcome to California Memorial Stadium here in Berkeley, California, as the number 2 Westlake Hornets are set to take on the California Golden Bears. Obviously, tails never fails. Westlake will pick tails, and it does land on tails. Duh. Cal has multiple custom recruits at quarterback, Jeremy Watson and Breon Anthony. However, neither of them are this team's starting quarterback. That goes to Joe Butler. Here's a handoff to the big running back, Marcus Bush, who gains 20. This Cal team is a run-first offense, top 10 rushing unit in college football. However, this Westlake defense allows less than 100 rushing yards a game. Here's Shaw trying to run the option, and he's going backwards. Cole Spencer, the redshirt senior defensive end, is right there with the tackle, continuing another dominant season. 3rd and 5 for the Golden Bears. They've not gone with any sort of passing play yet, so let's see if they'll change that. Shaw in motion, as it will be a pass over to Williams, but Marcus Lee, the sophomore safety, is right there with the tackle, and that'll likely force a Cal punt. Well, Cal has elected to fake the punt. I don't blame them for this call one bit. You got to be aggressive against a team like Westlake. The pass from Jeff Kemp, the punter, however, is off the mark, and the Hornets will be starting off with great field position. So here comes the Westlake offense. Obviously, this unit is very different to Cal's offense, as the Hornets are a pass-first team. Peyton Curtis coming off a 4-touchdown outing. I cannot speak. 4-touchdown outing a week ago against Texas. And his first throw is going to be intercepted by Johnson. Well, that's an interesting start. It looks like Frank Bray was the intended target. Nigel Wiggins, who's been incredible this season, in the area too. But Cal gets it right back. Not the start Westlake's offense wanted, as that's Curtis's 2nd interception of the season. His first one was against the Longhorns, as Cal was trying to run an option of some sort, but Joe Butler cannot move because Lewis Kahn is literally right there before he has time to do anything. I want to look at an interesting score around college football, as number 3 LSU is currently in double overtime with Mississippi State. And this is significant because Westlake plays LSU next week. I don't think the Hornets want to play a mad LSU Tiger squad. It's on 2nd down. Here's a 27-yard gain for Ulri Eyeluko, the talented sophomore. He's had a slow start to this season after getting that big opening kick return in week 1 against Utah State. Peyton Curtis does not look like himself right now. He's only 1 for 5. He's made multiple bad throws, with his only completion being that 27-yard gain from Ulri Eyeluko. 3rd down, Curtis looking back for Eyeluko. That was a great pass, and a great play after the catch from Ulri Eyeluko, as he will find the end zone, and Westlake will strike first. Very nice play from the sophomore Eyeluko, and the Hornets are now up 7-0, pending the extra point, of course. Here returns the Cal offense. It's been a slow start for the Golden Bears, but let's see if they can try to improve, as it's Williams in motion. Butler keeping it, breaks the ankles of Lawrence McCoon. However, Kellen Shaw, who gets the ball after all, loses free. It's Cole Spencer with his 2nd tackle for loss today. He has been busy in this first quarter. The LSU game has a winner, and spoiler alert, it is not the Tigers. Mississippi State gets the upset, 41-38. So they got a game-winning field goal after LSU could not score in overtime number 2, as there's Williams for 11. Cal's offense is doing a nice job of moving it so far this drive. Another option. This time it does not work. Joe Butler loses a yard. Justin McGee is there with the hit. Now it is 2nd and 11 here for the Cal Golden Bears at about the 35 after the 1-yard loss, as it'll be a handoff over to Davis. There's Cole Spencer with his 3rd tackle for loss. Justin McGee also there. And it's Chris Davis, not to be mistaken with a Baltimore Oriole or former Auburn Tiger. In return to the Westlake offense, last drive, they got a nice touchdown reception on 3rd down from Alria Yaluko. Hornets have it back. Curtis on 1st down. He's going to get it to Nigel Wiggins, who leads college football in receiving yards, and that's why. Making plays after the catch, he gains 22 for his first of the day. Quarter number 1 is in the books. Your score, Westlake 7, Cal Golden Bears Goose Egg. Hornets have it here to start the second. Handoff for Patrick Daly, being chased behind by the linebacker. That's a loss of 4. Daly able to go nowhere there, as it's Brian Clark who brings him down. 2nd and long after the 4-yard loss. As Curtis, he will toss it over to Jason Gibbs, and he's going to lose even more yards. That's a loss of 2. And that'll make it a 3rd and 16. It's for corner Tate Whitaker with the tackle. After a pair of bad runs, now it's 3rd and 16 here for the Hornets. Curtis going to look to throw it. He's going to get it over to Noah Newton. Newton with the 1st down. So it looks like those bad runs won't matter, as the redshirt junior Canadian native will gain 25. It looks like Peyton Curtis is starting to figure things out a little bit, as he has completed his past 4 throws. 2nd and 2, handoff for Daly. Daly has a 1st down. He has a few blocks, trying to stiff arm the defender, and will be pushed out at the 2. But not before gaining 29 and a big 1st down, as the Hornets should be able to punch it in. And Daly is showing right now why he is this team's lead back over Jason Gibbs. 3rd and goal from the 2. Can Westlake punch it in and extend this lead, or will Cal get a stop? Forcing an interesting 4th down situation as Curtis gets 2, but does not find the end zone, and it's 4th and inches. Westlake has elected to go for it, and all they really need to do here is a QB sneak, but will they? As Curtis hands it off for Tim Beck, the 3rd string running back. He finds the end zone for what's probably his first career touchdown, and Westlake will make it 14-0. Cal's offense has to get in some sort of groove. This unit has multiple 1st downs, and they're moving the ball down the field pretty well, but they're just not moving it far enough, and they're getting in these awkward scenarios where they're at like the 35 and it's 4th down. Maybe that won't be an issue this drive, as Williams gets a very long run. That was Joseph Williams with the big run. Now it's 3rd and 4. If Cal doesn't get this, they're in another one of those awkward situations when it comes to field position, as they won't have to worry about that. To pass over to Brett Austin, who gains 20. And now Cal is in the red zone, and they should be able to capitalize. Westlake almost got a sack there. I think that was Lewis Kahn who sent a ton of pressure. He's on 1st down. Joseph Williams loses 2. It's Ray Johnson, the junior defensive end, with the tackle. So now it is 2nd and 12 for Cal, as they're not technically in the red zone anymore, but this does count as a red zone drive regardless. Toss over to Shaw. He loses 2 more. Andy Pino, the cornerback, gets the tackle for loss. Kellen Shaw with -5 yards on 2 carries, and Cal has had too many rushes today where they've gone backwards. Westlake so far has 8 tackles for loss today. Cole Spencer leading the way with 3. It's 4th and 14. Here's the field goal unit. The kick is up, and it is good, and the Cal Golden Bears are on the board as they make the 40-yard kick. And this game is now 14-3. I'm sure Westlake does not want Cal to get the ball back. They're going to have to convert this 1st down, or else they'll likely have to send out the punting unit. Here's Peyton Curtis. He's going to scramble with it. Curtis has an open man up the middle. It's guess who? Nigel Wiggins for a big 1st down, getting 15. There is 1 minute and 1 second left to go here in the 1st half. Westlake just called their first timeout. They have 2 remaining. As there'll be a handoff over to Jason Gibbs, who's a 1st and more. Gibbs broke a few tackles, and he is off to the races, stiff-arming a defender as he gets tackled into the end zone for a Westlake touchdown, and the junior running back, Jason Gibbs, will make it 21-3, as both Hornet running backs today now have a really long run. Daly had that one on the last drive. and Gibbs now gets this one. I think Cal would be absolutely crazy to not try and go for some big plays on this drive, as it is first down. Cal has 2 timeouts in about 40 seconds. Shelton sending pressure, and that'll be a sack. Marcus Shelton, the junior, with a big play. And that's not good for Cal if they want points on this possession. After the interception to start the game off, Westlake's past 3 drives have all gone for touchdowns. Let's see if they can make that 4. As on third down, Noah Newton does not get the first down. He only gained 7. That'll bring up an interesting 4th and inches. Do the Hornets go for it or do they punt it? Westlake decided to go with the safe route and probably the most logical option, and that was to punt it. So Cal has it back, 21-3, still our score, as it's a late toss over to Shaw. Marcus Jones immediately hit the quarterback right as the play happened, but Kellen Shaw got the late toss and was able to run for 24. If Cal can do something this drive, maybe they can get back into this game. First down, a little bit under 6 minutes to go in the third, 21-3 is our score, as it's going to be another run play, of course. And Joe Butler just runs right into Lewis Kahn. And if you're an offensive player, the thing I advise you to do is do anything but run into Lewis Kahn. 2nd and 13 after the 3-yard loss for the Golden Bears. As Shaw in motion, it's going to be an option. It'll be a fumble, though. Lawrence McCoon rips the ball out. He probably could have recovered it and taken it the distance. Instead, it's the fullback, Marcus Bush, who picks it up and actually gains positive yardage. After a Cal punt, Westlake gets it back. 2nd and 10. Jason Gibbs is full running back in the backfield with Curtis, as he's going to get it to an open man. That's Nigel Wiggins. Jukes out a defender, and I think he's gone. 33 is actually able to catch up to him, the deep safety. That's still a gain of 56 for the redshirt senior Nigel Wiggins. 3rd and 9. Westlake is 3 for 5 on third down today. They are in field goal range, and if they don't get it, I'm sure they're fine with taking the 3 points. As here's Curtis looking for Noah Newton, who gets the first down. Looks like Newton was going to be tackled behind the yards marker, but he actually gets 10. 3rd and 4 here for Westlake. Daly and Curtis in the backfield, may have spoiled the play, as it's Frank Bray in motion. He will get the first down and tackled in the end zone. The slot receiver, Frank Bray, with the rushing touchdown. Westlake's 3rd rushing score of the day, by the way, all by different players. Tim Beckett, the first one, then Gibbs, and then now Frank Bray, as Westlake will make it 28-3. 28-3 memes are incoming, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you. Cal has it back. Here's Butler under pressure from Lewis Kahn, and that is a sack for a loss of 8. Lewis Kahn continuing his excellent game so far in this one, making a big play. He was untouched until he got to the quarterback. Sitting at 43, Williams, he did not want a part of him. It is now 2nd and 18 after the 8-yard loss, courtesy of a redshirt sophomore, Lewis Kahn. Yes, there's more pressure. However, that'll be Doug Simon who gets the 18-yard catch and the first down. It looked like Pino was too focused on playing the ball rather than the receiver. That was a very nice play by the Cal offense, rebounding after the sack. After a 6-yard pass back to Doug Simon, it is now 2nd and 4, and it seems like Cal has abandoned their option style, and they're really starting to put an emphasis on throwing the balls. Here it's Burton with the reception. Once again, a bad play from Andy Pino. That's 22 yards for Corey Burton, his first of the day. That is Andy Pino's 2nd bad play of the drive. He's still a very consistent corner, so I'm sure Westlake fans are happy that he's having a great year, but not a great drive. But you know who is having a great drive right now? John Paul Patterson. He gets the INT, his 2nd pick of the season. And Westlake will get the football back as John Paul Patterson is all over the field, whether that's making plays in the backfield and coverage. He had a big interception in the red zone last week against Texas and gets that one here. It's 1st and 20 for Westlake after a clipping penalty on wide receiver Nigel Wiggins, as it'll be a handoff over to Patrick Daly. Daly has some blocks. He has a first down and more down the sidelines. Will he be caught? And the answer is no. The 4th Westlake player today to get a rushing touchdown, and the Hornets will now make it 35-3. That was phenomenal blocking on that play, and then Daly, he knew what to do with it. Westlake up even bigger. We all know Westlake is a pass-first offense, but today they are running the ball exceptionally. One of the best rushing outbursts I've seen from Westlake in a while. And it's not like one player's taking charge. It's multiple guys doing work, as there's Butler getting sacked for a loss of 4 by the sophomore Octavius October, number 69. Nice. This will likely be the last play of the third quarter if Cal can get it off in time, and they will. As Butler will be sacked, Lewis Kahn with his second of the day. That'll do it for quarter number 3. Westlake with a big lead, 35-3. Quarter number 4 underway, and this game is a blowout. Westlake up 35-3. They have just been far better in this game than Cal has. So here's Butler on first down under some pressure. He is going to get intercepted. What a catch by Josh Wilson. The senior corner swoops out of nowhere, making an incredible play. He one-handed that ball too. Trying to show off his inner Odell Beckham. It looked like he used his right hand for security, but still, Josh Wilson getting fancy with it. Josh Wilson has had many interceptions with this team, and he's close to breaking the record for most interceptions in school history. I'd have to guess that record probably belongs to Wesley McNamara, but soon I wouldn't be surprised if that's going to go to Wilson within these next few weeks. 2nd and 4, Curtis is an open man. That's Frank Bray, who has a rushing score today, and now he has a 29-yard reception, and he's been pretty quiet this year out of the slot, only 2 receptions today, but he's still a good Mr. Reliable type player to have. Isn't the most explosive of athletes, which is the type of guys that Westlake likes a receiver, but he has good hands and he makes good plays. 3rd and 1 for Westlake. I'm not sure if they're quite in field goal range yet. This would be a tough kick for Volker Gantz if he were to go for it. As Curtis is scrambling, risky throw for Wiggins, and it's intercepted by Leonard. As Curtis with another bad pass. Today has not been his day. His second interception, and it will go the other way as it's the freshman Adam Leonard who makes the play. Hayden Curtis is lucky that Westlake's rushing attack has been so good today because he has not played his best football by any stretch of the imagination. 3rd and 5, here's Butler looking to throw it. Butler under pressure, and he's going backwards. Cole Spencer eventually brings him down. They're actually going to give the sack to Ray Johnson. Interesting. Let's look at this one again. It was Johnson made the initial contact. I would say that should probably be a half a sack for Johnson and Spencer, and I wouldn't be surprised if it is. They just don't like to put half sacks on their graphics for whatever reason. Westlake just has to play smart football, and they should be fine. It's number 6, Michigan State, currently losing to the Illinois Fighting Illini. That game is very early, so I wouldn't call it upset just yet. And Westlake's actually going to try to throw it on that play, and it will be a sack. Brian Clark is the one who gets to Curtis. This game is nearing a close. Hornets up 35-3 as we finish this one off. Cal having a nice drive so far, as it'll be an option here. Butler keeps it, ball's loose, and it is picked up by Brett Austin. I couldn't quite tell who forced that. They're showing Lawrence McCoon, and it was Lawrence McCoon who bought the ball out. His second forced fumble of the day. Neither of them, however, have been recovered by the Hornets. In Westlake's defensive scheme, the left outside linebacker doesn't have a huge role, but since the Hornets have been having to stack the box all day, that's opened up an opportunity for guys like Lawrence McCoon, and he's taken advantage with 2 forced fumbles as Williams loses 1. Cal calls their first time out with exactly a minute to go in the game. That was Justin McGee, the sophomore, with the play. Lewis Kahn also there as well. 4th and 11, you might as well go for it, and that is what Cal is going to try to do. Here's Butler looking to throw it under pressure. Butler taking a shot in the end zone, and it's broken up. Marcus Jones, the safety, almost intercepts that ball, and I think that should do it. And this game is now in the books. 35-3 is your final score. Westlake ends up getting the win, and this team ran the ball exceptionally well. Over 200 rushing yards as a team today. And we've obviously seen guys like Alex Ellis in the past have big individual rushing games, but we've never seen the Hornets really as a team do this well. We've never seen so many guys do so well. And Patrick Daly was great, Jason Gibbs was great, Frank Bray scored, Tim Beck scored, and even though Peyton Curtis wasn't at his best, this rushing attack was exceptional for the Hornets. Next episode will be the annual recruiting special, going around the country, seeing some high school recruits that could become Westlake Hornets, and then after that, the next game will be against the right now number 3 LSU Tigers, but with their loss against Mississippi State, they probably won't be number 3 for too much longer.